I refuse to let the people that want to enjoy a full beat walk out of the house in 2026 without a good one. First thing, you need to hydrate your skin. The new One Size Skin Studio Hydra Sculpt Moisturizer. This is super moisturizing and it's proven to sculpt the face, so I love using this. And take whatever primer you like. I just reached for this Dolce & Gabbana primer. Currently waiting for my new Bobbi Brown under eye base to come in. I would be popping that on too right now if I did not scrape the ends of it. We are primed and hydrated, now starting with the base. As you can see, I have a few dark spots right now that are not completely faded yet. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer is insane. I know you guys have been seeing the videos. It is that iconic. It is so full coverage. I'm just gonna gently dab this over my dark spot areas. As you can see, like just that little dab removed it. For foundation, the newly formulated Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I love her. Now that the concealer's dried down, I'm just going to apply this all over the skin, but also sort of dodging that exact under eye area because we're gonna go in with concealer. Still dries down pretty fast, just not as fast as the original formula. Going in with those same Charlotte Tilbury new concealers. I left space under the eyeballs. I'm going in with a brighter shade on the inner corner. Dab on the forehead and chin. These are super, super full coverage, just watch. And I'm taking the deeper shade and putting that on the outside of the eye going up. Look at that. That is so full coverage. Just wet my beauty blender and I'm taking my D'Alba First Serum White Truffle Spray. You guys, this sprayed on top of your beauty blender before you blend the rest of your makeup in just gives it like a luminous natural sheen. So as you can see, I blended out my concealer with a concealer brush and now I am pressing it in with that sprayed beauty blender and look at how everything just seamlessly melts as one. I love it. Ah, so good. Okay, we have the new Anastasia shades, the Base Tone Smooth Blur Contour Stick. Just gonna apply straight to the skin, actually. Ooh, I like that shade. I don't go in with a contour stick every day. It just depends on the day. Sometimes I'll just go in with cream bronzer, which I typically prefer. Today, I wanted some shadowing. I love cream and liquid products over powder just because it gives you that more realistic skin look. I'm going in with a liquid blush. This is the MAC Strobe Blush in the shade Lava Light, and I'm gonna just super pretty shade. I actually could use a little more. I always drag my blush from the apples all the way up to the side of my temples, bleeding onto my eyelids just a little bit so it's all one smooth transition. Right after that blush, I'm gonna add a little tiny flick of concealer right here and blend that straight out to give it more of that crispy finished edge, if you know what I mean. Ooh. I'm gonna give my face a spritz of this first serum spray just to melt everything together and give it a little bit of luminosity, even though I already have a lot. It looks stunning. The base is done, all the creams are added. Now it is time to set the new formula of the Huda Beauty Press Powder. I have shade Banana Bread here with a fresh powder puff. Pressing this right underneath the eye, going up the side of the face. Very smooth. In my opinion, it does look more airbrushed. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It just looks overall baked, like really baked. And just lightly dust this on the remainder of the face that we did not set with the pressed powder. For a more seamless look, I find that doing my powder bronzer before baking my face works the best. This is my Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Bronzing Powder in medium dark. I go right on top of where I place my contour or cream bronzer just to kind of give those layers of depth. Also going in with that same powder in an angled brush to sculpt the nose. Last but not least for powders, I'm once again taking that loose powder. I am outlining that nose that we just sculpted out, going up the side of the eye and then connecting that so that whole entire under eye is baking. Same for the forehead and the chin and around my nose because that's where the oils start flowing first. And if I'm feeling real fancy, I'll cut right here under that contour line. Giving myself about 30 seconds before I decide to dust it all off. I always press in, as you guys know, and then flick. I'll just take my big fluffy brush and just give my whole entire face a pat down. Once again, melting everything together with a little luminosity. It just keeps everything fresh and nothing too cakey. Finishing the face with some highlighter. This one's from Giorgio Armani and it is in the shade 3. Placing that on the back of my hand. Right here on the high points of my cheek, right where the sun would hit. Blending that out. And I always go over my highlighter with my blush brush. Not adding any new product, just going over it so that it ties in. This highlighter specifically gives your skin a natural sheen rather than an actual highlighted cheek. And I really love that depending on the day. And I also connect it to my brow bone. The sun is getting more and more golden, so sorry for the change. I'm gonna keep the eyes simple and I always love going in with an eyeshadow stick. These ones are from Anastasia Beverly Hills and they're the glider eyeshadow sticks. I'm literally just going to glide this across the lids and just pat that into place. Going in with a brown shade, this is my Anastasia Soft Glam palette and I just want to extend this part of the eye really fast. Kind of just like a little half wing and then just diffusing it out. I feel like doing something like this can easily elevate the eye and extend. I have almond shaped eyes, so I feel like elongating that makes it look even more stunning. Shade Burnt Orange just to tie these two colors together. Just a very subtle wear purple eye. Giving the lashes a little curl because I want some long lashes today. The YSL Lash Latex Mascara. I'm gonna pop on about 3 coats before popping on a little baby falsie at the end. I'm popping a little bit of this eyeshadow stick on my waterline, only on the center so I can open up my eyes a little more. As you can see, that made a really stunning difference. For lashes, I'm taking my Winx half and half lashes. I'm only going in with these ones today because I love when my lashes start natural and then fade into a wispier falsie. Stunning. Okay, wait, I'm gonna turn you guys because the light in here is crazy. Now that's what I'm talking about. Now you can see. Before we end, I'm gonna show you guys today's lip combo. Morphe lip liner in the shade Brûlée. Now with this lighting, you can see what I mean by like a soft highlight. And I'm gonna dig my fingers in these Patrick Ta lip balms. I can't tell if I want milk tea. Oh my God. So pretty. Here's the finished face, you guys. I absolutely love this glam and I hope you learned a thing or two from it. Happy glamming 2026.